What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Brianna J. from the Triple D, Dallas, Texas. I'm here with Millennials in Motion, where we give you the real, relatable, and entertaining spill about adulthood. Let me have my co-hosts introduce themselves.
What's up, family? It's your girl, Camille.
Hey, y'all. It's Nyla.
Hear ye. It's Hodji from Orlando, Florida.
Hey, what's good, man? It's your boy Marley Marl from the 305, aka Mr. Brandon Campus Alive, the hottest personality on 90.5, man.
Yo, what's good, y'all? I always spit the truth. If I'm lying, I'm flying. It's your boy Ryan here on the 90.5 flavor station, Millennials in Motion. I got my intro. Nah, shout out to Hodji. No, Hodji got me right. I ain't gonna lie. I did not make this up on my own. Hodji got me right.
Real good with words.
Yeah. She got the flow tight.
You have to give me one.
I need one too.
I'm saying.
I'm talking about, hey, it's Nyla. That's so lame. That's so lame.
You gotta say something pumping on you, feel me?
You right, but I don't know how to play that. Like,
you know what I be saying?
Just pump it up from pumping up.
Ew.
Well, I be saying, okay, well, this is just Broward, but I be like, yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, coming from Broward County, Florida, the only place where we juke and jive on I-95.
That's not no count.
Yeah. Well, something like that, you feel me? But anyways, appreciate y'all for tuning back into the show as always. And the first topic we're gonna get into is, why do we feel like it's necessary to break each other down to build each other up rather than building upon what's established in the Black community? So to kind of further elaborate on that question, I was having a conversation with one of my brothers, and it kind of was in relation to kind of our parents granting whoopings to their kids, and how they discipline them, or just initially how they'll I won't say verbally abused, but how they'll choose their words to kind of uplift their children. And my point was pretty much to the fact of where, why does it come to the fact of where parents or just individuals within our community feels like it's necessary to state upon different people in regards to breaking them down to build them up into a new person, where rather than just taking certain factors of that person and changing it or tweaking it to better them, rather than having to just knock down the whole foundation. So let me know what y'all think of y'all thoughts on that.
Ryan, I think in America we all have very similar Black backgrounds as Black people, and simple stuff like not wearing shoes when you come in a house, or like just certain stuff. But being that it's a regional thing, like our culture, sometimes people feel like it is necessary to just start from scratch. And if the person isn't your parent, the only way they can start from scratch is by breaking you down, because they didn't have that opportunity to raise you like your parent did. So anything, like when you go in the workplace, or when you're joining something, or when you're playing a sport or anything, like people yell at you, or like they try to like break you down, like mentally they try to find your weakness, even like in the military and stuff, like, and they try to bring you very, 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 very low. And then when they feel like, okay, it's time for them to start learning what I learned, then they want to build you up. I think it's just so they can have a clean slate.
Personally, I don't agree with breaking the person down, but I do understand that you're trying to build like thick skin and prepare them for the real world, because as a Black person in America, life is hard. People are gonna pick you second all the time, and this, that, and the third. So I understand, but I don't necessarily believe that if I was to have a child right now, I'm gonna be like, oh, let me be mean to them, or let me punish them, or make life hard for them, because that's how it's gonna be in the real world. No, we need to be trying to get away from that mindset.
Right, because my main thing I was thinking about is everybody isn't the same. Everybody is different. They have different circumstances. They have different factors within their lives that make them different and unique from everybody else. So just trying to use the same procedure towards everybody with the concept of breaking them down completely to build them back up into a newer and a better person, I don't think that procedure or that idea really works with everybody, because of the fact that, people grow up in different environments, they have different circumstances in their lives, to where I feel like your methods of trying to break them down, that may cause more pain than actually improvement, if you get what I'm saying. Like how you were saying, Hodji, in the military, how they may have particular methods to break them down in order to kind of rebuild that person into a newer and a better individual. I feel like there's a risk in the process of actually just breaking them as a whole, because what you're doing could possibly trigger a certain trauma or pain that might just ignite that pain a little bit more, rather than removing it or separating it, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
bro, y'all.
I held my breath.
It was me.
No, I held my breath too. Why?
I'm saying it was like I was like, is it me?
We just talked about the breathing too, boy.
It's all right. I'm gonna try to.
Okay, edit all that out. Edit all that out.
Okay, let's take a pause so that we can get back.
All right.
No. But yes, so Ryan, I agree with you on that because the thing about breaking somebody down to build them up, how do you know that you're not doing irreversible damage?
Right, because that's traumatic.
Yeah.
If your parent is always constantly on you, then you're gonna grow up thinking that the world is against you, that nothing can go right. But really, yes, the world is bad, but there is some good to it. Mm-hmm. So I feel like my focus would be on the good parts of the life. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna put you into the world as a gullible person, you thinking that the world is sunshine and roses,
right?
But that doesn't have to be the forefront of a 4-year-old or a 6-year-old's mind or a little kid.
My question would be like, if we all collectively, say if everybody in the whole world decided they were gonna just be better parents, right?
Right.
Which will never happen.
Everybody's definition of good is different. I think that's the problem. But say if that were to happen, what could we do collectively to make sure that not to come from the military, but that's just one example that I can think of, to make sure that those type of institutions could go easy on people or just not uphold that ideology that you have to break somebody down. Because I feel like if somebody wants to be a part of something, they're going to want to be a part of it. Like, if your kid wants to be disobedient or wants to be obedient, it's going to be the same either way. So what could we do to influence other people to, like, I guess, be nicer?
Can we really go into breaking somebody down? Because I feel like it can get misconstrued when you say breaking down, and sometimes some people are just being tough. Because you could use the military, for instance, but you could also use sports. So let's just say like a coach could be very hard on you, and if you just coming into a practice and you never played that sport before or been with that coach, you'll be like, dang, like this coach mean, like he breaking us down, da, da, da. But it's just tough. Like they just tough. So
but that's still
something that popped in my head was Greek organizations. You know how pledging and all that stuff, they talk about breaking you down and to make sure that you're committed. So,
but I feel like
is there a thin line between love and hate, or what?
Y'all ever seen the Karate Kid?
Yes.
Yeah. You feel me?
What? It's not.
Wait, can you elaborate on what you're referring to with the Karate Kid?
All right. What's the man name?
Mr. Wasabi.
No.
I don't think that's his name.
It's like
Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi.
Hodji said wasabi. What?
Wasabi is most definitely the green thing.
Yes.
The hot sauce.
That's funny. Hey, Jit said Mr. Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi, you feel me? He was real tough on him at first, you know, with the wax on, the wax off. He was getting frustrated. He was like, why am I doing this? Like, you feel me? But for him, it was a bigger picture behind it. He seen the purpose. He knew what it was for. So, you know, it was just a matter of putting him through the process. So he gets it. Even though you may not understand it at the time, the person, you know, that's leading you has a little bit more experience, a little bit more knowledge. So not all the time will you see the purpose, but I will say there are times where, you know, they break you down a lot, like a lot further than, you know, need be.
But I think, I mean, the reason I said it was different is because from watching Karate Kid, to me, it didn't give he broke him down. To me, it just gave
that boy was crying. He was on his knees.
He was crying because he was already getting bullied, and he's coming to Mr. Miyagi like, teach me how to fight. Mr. Miyagi was teaching him how to fight.
But Mr. Miyagi ain't even want to teach him at first. He was like,
facts.
He didn't want to teach him.
So he had to break him down. In the beginning, he was like, all right, you got to show me you want this.
Yeah.
Okay,
we talking about old school Karate Kid or new school Karate Kid?
I mean, both.
To be honest.
That's a great question, but yeah.
But when I think of breaking down, I hate to keep bringing up the military, but I just think of it that like that, because they sitting up, you stand at attention, and they just cussing you out for no reason. You're not doing anything.
Yeah, I do think it's different.
Like
too.
with Karate Kid, he was like, wax on, wax off. Obviously, in hindsight, you see that eventually that wax on, wax off is going to be a karate.
No, you don't see that. Ain't gonna lie, if a man told you stand right here in front of this rack, take your jacket off and put it back on 30 times, you gonna be like,
okay, but I would rather that than I'm standing still just getting cussed out because I'm
understandable.
Here.
So are you saying that if there's an intention or a purpose behind their madness, then that justifies what they're doing?
It can potentially.
But that's what I was saying.
It gives it a reason behind it, though.
Yeah, because I can see my improvement when I go home.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like you can see it's for
but that's
a purpose.
the thing. You're not always going to know, that there's an intent behind it.
But some people go
How can
argue.
you explain you screaming at somebody standing still?
Mental toughness.
So
That's
so
a different realm, though.
So let me ask this then. So if you don't understand what's the right or the wrong behind what they're doing, then how do you kind of justify whether it is actually right or wrong?
I think it's because when you want to be a part of something, or especially with the karate situation, like he sees the people that are doing karate and he's seeing that, okay, this is his pupil and they did this, then I'm gonna do what they did because eventually I'm gonna look like how they look. So I think that's what makes you think, okay, this is right, this is wrong. You wouldn't take that from just any old man on the street. So
For sure. Okay, we're gonna get into the next topic. So the next topic, Bree, this is actually your topic. How does texturism and colorism affect Black women?
Okay, let me get some background. So when I thought of this question, I was thinking more so of we're in a colorism epidemic.
we're back in it. We almost made it out.
Almost. So close.
So close.
And I consider myself brown skin, borderline light skin. So I think when you are of that color, you have some privileges. People, I don't know the right word, but it is harder for dark-skinned women, which I feel like that's not fair, one, but I don't know what we can do as a community to fix it.
Okay, I got a question for y'all.
Okay.
Why is it do you guys think that, men kind of tend to more like, give in to lighter tone women?
I think it's because of self-hate deep down. I remember when I was in middle school, people were asking, like, our not professors, our teachers, they were like, so what makes you want to date somebody outside your race? Or what makes you want to date somebody who's lighter skinned? And all the guys would say is, oh, I just don't want my baby to be black.
What?
Yeah.
That's what guys say, especially in Florida. I hate
I have heard that.
And then think about it in middle school, and well, not really middle school. If they was doing it in middle school, then they childish. But not high school either. Elementary school, the little kids will be chasing the girls or the boys, be like, "Oh, you blackie, like,
Yeah.
you burnt this kid, So kids are doing this at such a young age that it just transforms.
Y'all think kids still do that?
Yes.
If not,
No, kids is way worse
it's
now.
probably worse now because they have social media on their side. So they
I ain't think kids still do
using
that.
insults from like Texas. It don't matter where you go.
I gotta ask my little brother.
But
You're like, y'all still do that in school?
yeah, like,
When they turn the lights off, they be like, where you disappeared?
where are you? Yeah.
Now they still say that, boy.
That was a legend. They're never letting that one go.
So what do y'all think is the difference between colorism and a preference?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think preference can be a skin tone. I'm sorry.
Why don't you think that?
I don't believe that preference can be a skin tone. Because
I don't
you
think so
can
either.
gravitate toward people just naturally. Like, you just gravitate toward, like, all my friends, I think I only have one light skinned friend. It's not intentional though. But I just only have one light skinned friend. It's my roommate.
Can I be completely transparent and honest with you guys?
You gonna tell us your preference?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
But what I am going to tell you guys is that growing up, right, I will say that, or at least I believed, I don't think I was, the most attractive
Spit it
kid. I gotta build the story.
He has to get there.
It has to make sense.
I'm getting anxious.
Okay. So, growing up, I don't think I was the most attractive kid, but I will say attractive. I was always attracted to black girls. But I will say at an adolescent age, I don't think like black young girls, because of the way that their parents, like their mothers, have always been, they've always had to be independent. They've always had to be strong. I don't need a man for anything. I think when you, like me, as a man that would try to express attraction or feelings to a younger black girl, I think that's the reason why, like, they tend to, like, kind of reject more, right? Because of that, me as a child, I'm saying child, this is like, what, middle school, 6th, 7th graders. Yeah. but not like child, you feel me? You get what I'm trying to say? So, but because of that, it's like, okay, the black girls don't want me.
Okay,
but
so
look.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
This has nothing to do with preference. But I'm just saying it was like, dang, the black girls don't want me. But when I look at the Hispanics and they like drooling, like, so you feel me? So
are they drooling for the right reasons?
But look, you have to realize as a kid you don't understand that. So, you feel me? Now, of course, now I understand. You feel me? I see the bigger picture. I understand the whole dynamic of everything. So it's, it's not the same. But as a kid, it's like, well, I'm gonna go where I'm wanted.
Right.
So, growing up, I was in a relationship with a mixed girl. Her mom was light skinned. Her dad was white. So, she was a little bit brighter. And after that, I was talking to like another Hispanic girl. So like people kind of was like, oh, Jamal, you like white girls. And I'm like in my head, I'm like, I know that's not the case. Like
I got the same thing too, man.
Like I love black women, but it's just like it seems as if every time I was to express interest or shoot my shot, I was just like, dang.
It's like that's like the best you could.
You're like, yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to.
But you see, my problem comes when guys say, "Oh, my preference is I don't like black women," or why do you have to bring up black women in order to express your preference? Like they'll be like,
that's understandable.
Oh, you only like white women. Oh, yeah, because black women are so loud. Okay, babe, we weren't even talking about we weren't talking about the black women. We were talking about the white woman that you like to date. So why do you have to constantly bring up a black woman and they're not submissive, they're loud,
but look, you see the point you just made, the whole submissive thing. Like I said, so from a very young age, it's been rooted in black women that you have to be independent, you have to be strong, you can do it by yourself, you don't need a man's help.
I don't think so.
Y'all don't think so?
No, I agree with that, but I don't think that's why people not really submissive. It's like
no, I'm not even saying this whole submissive thing. I'm just saying like naturally, I feel like it's kind of like a I would say a little bit of a defense mechanism in a sense.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's what they know. It's like it's kind of like
it's like having a man would be nice, but I don't. Really
but I don't need one.
But why is that a turn off?
Other races are raised because you need a man.
I'm gonna tell you why. But look, like Hodji said, other races are raised like, oh, you grow up, you find a nice, successful man that takes care of you, makes sure you're okay, protects you, etc. Yada yada. Black women is like you
gotta take care of yourself.
Right. So because of that, as a man, because at the end of the day, whether we're a black man, white man, you feel me, we're a man. At the end of the day, we want a woman to submit. So
they want to feel needed.
We want to feel needed, and I'm gonna be so real. The only things in this world that are loved unconditionally are women, dogs, and children. Men are only loved under the condition that they can provide something.
It's true.
Say it again. Say that again. Say that again. I don't think they heard you.
Men are only loved under the condition that they can provide something, whether it be emotional support, whether it be financial support, whether it be physical protection, whether it be just strength, like hands-on.
I'm gonna drop another bomb.
I gotta drop
just because
Jamal and his soundboard.
I gotta drop a bomb. But, yeah,
what you're saying is correct. However, from a woman's standpoint, especially a black woman in America, the word of the day, but the paradigm has shifted a lot, especially since like the civil rights movement and everything like that, with the Welfare Act and the men not being able to be in the home, all that. Look that up if y'all don't know about that. But all I'm saying is, women and men in the black community have somehow switched the role when it's compared to like European like family dynamic. So usually you have the man, he brings home the bacon, then the wife, she's a housewife, she takes care of kids, blah 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 blah. Right now you see a lot of women who don't even really care about being married, care about like some women be like, okay, I don't mind being a single parent because I'm making all the money. So with that going on, like, as you saying, like, men are only loved conditionally. Women is the same way, especially black women. They only want black women for what y'all only want black women for what y'all want black women for. It's never just I agree. I feel like that's what it is.
So wait, okay. This is how I look at it. When I have an interest in a certain woman, or I'll say specifically with black women, I wouldn't say I have a preference or interest because of just initially, what they have to offer per se, but I have a particular standard. You feel me? So would it be wrong initially of the fact that because I have a standard for that woman, and this could kind of be in reverse roles too, but because I have a certain standard, that's because why I'm kind of I'm drawn closer towards them than other women? Or
what's the standard?
What's in?
See, I'm 20 years old. I'm still trying to figure that out. You feel me? But I'm not. I'm just saying, particularly not. Oh, I
Don't
said.
you want?
You said what don't I want?
Think of what you do want. What don't you want?
What I don't want. I'll say at the very least, I don't want a woman who only gonna want me for my needs or what I have.
Yes. Listen, I will say.
Okay, but then y'all say y'all want a woman to be submissive, and y'all want.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Ryan didn't say that.
But this generation want women to be submissive. They want women to want the man to take care of everything. But then when the woman is asking for the money to get the stuff done, y'all like, whoa, go nigga. Like,
listen.
Y'all can't have the best of both ways.
Listen.
Had a cake and eat it too.
Y'all not going about this right. Ooh. Listen, okay, so y'all be on YouTube, TikTok. Y'all see a young man will approach a lady. How you doing? You look beautiful. What's your name? No, I'm good. Blah blah blah. Okay, that's cool. He walks away to his Ferrari.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Y'all notice it don't never be no dark skin black. It don't never be no black
girls don't do that.
That's no.
Right now, I can pull one up right now. That is a lie.
I've seen the videos and
they be white with.
No, I've definitely seen a few black women.
I haven't seen
y'all know we can't even use that because that be staged to make us look bad.
You haven't?
Because I've seen the videos where a guy may be driving a really nice car and he'll approach
Black
somebody.
girl right here. Black girl right here.
She's a paid actor.
How all of them paid actors.
They
Black
are.
girl right here.
Bro, look how she's dressed. She's not
Black
going
girl right
anywhere.
here. Bro, they're on the beach. Like, black girl
They
right
picked
here.
her up.
Either way,
Like, be for real.
It was like, hey, could you say this in my video?
it's not even about. I don't think
The principle still stands though.
Listen.
Who has things.
Listen, that's not the problem at all. Whatsoever. I understand. Every woman wants a man that has some type of status, some type of, they have something to provide. That's understandable. The problem approaches, right, when it's like, okay, men, we come for women for usually emotional comfort, because honestly, men are able to be completely transparent and open with, certain things, and they feel like they can only do that with a woman counterpart. So, I mean, which is not necessarily true. I feel like men should break down like this whole toxic masculinity thing and like be able to open up to their, other.
They homeboys.
Yeah, you feel me? But that's just, hey,
That's still in the works.
you feel me? Still in the works.
I think too often women have to lower their standards.
I agree.
Why do y'all have to? No. Why do you have
If we
to?
don't, we won't have a man.
True.
How do you know that? I feel like you don't give a man enough of a chance.
What do y'all mean?
What?
What do y'all mean?
Okay, because when a woman's like, oh, I want a man that makes 6 figures, I want somebody that's gonna be able to take care of me, this, that, and the third. Men are like, oh, that's unrealistic.
Okay.
You bougie. You want this, that, and the third.
It's like,
There's so many videos
It's
on
like-
TikTok, on YouTube, people that
Y'all gotta show me
guys
these
that do
videos.
podcasts that say
is-
stuff like this.
It be
I know
the
what you're
men-
talking
men
about.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just like,
I will
I don't
say,
think black men be liking black women no more, for real.
what?
What?
Not in the way that black women need and deserve to be liked.
No.
Take the NBA draft, for example.
Yes.
Every single
Bro, okay.
person that was drafted comes from a mixed household
With a white-
with a white mom and a black dad. Why is that? Why are our athletes not fully black no more?
I seen something
Well-
like that before. It was like they were
Honestly-
mixed, and then the son went with a white girl, and then they just messing it up.
Patrick
even
Mahomes.
more.
Honestly, I can't tell you
that's
because
another-
that's not what I'm into. And
But
honestly,
the majority,
y'all see LeBron James. He got
Okay,
he got the
that's
same.
one.
I understand.
one
but
out
he-
of how
You got
many?
D-Wade.
D-Wade, they got the same wife since, you feel me? But
Okay.
look at his son, Bronny.
Kobe-
Have y'all seen Bronny's girlfriend?
white,
Asian.
white.
Which is mind blowing.
Because it's the new generation that's coming up that are making these decisions to.
But Bronny is in
I
LA.
don't think it's.
That's why he's around.
These brothers are lost.
No, I don't think. I don't think proximity matters because when I was,
if you like black women, you'll find black women.
There's black people in Cali. I could tell you
I will
that.
say,
Yeah, but
He be hanging out. Oh wait, no, that's Bryce. I'm about to say Bryce be hanging out with P Diddy's daughters.
right. So,
But that's I don't think they're gonna date like that. That's really the only other people, black people at Sierra Canyon though at their school.
No,
that doesn't mean you
it's
have
a
to
lot
date
of
somebody white.
black celebrity daughters that go there. They have options.
They
Let's be
do.
for
yeah,
real.
they
don't-
most
they
definitely
just
got
don't wanna
options.
date
They ain't gonna lie,
has
like
options.
just celebrity kids, like
It's
they could
okay.
literally have anybody they want. They're just,
I love Bronny, y'all. I want to go see Bronny play.
But
For real.
back to the
Colorism and texturism.
all right.
Colorism is still a problem because people still keep perpetuating the old way of thinking. Like even at home, right? Which is why it's hard for me to go back home, because when you go to college and you learn certain stuff your family do, it will irritate you. So we're all sitting down, listening to music, vibing and stuff, and they're just talking.
I'm scared for this first Thanksgiving.
No, you better be, because your family gonna say some stuff. You gonna be like, girl, what?
I'm gonna be real though. I think black people as a whole need to take accountability for colorism, because we're the only group that does that.
No, we're not.
Because if you're a darker Hispanic, they'll also
like, but honestly,
it's just racism in America.
I feel like
we're the only group that lets it set us back this far.
Let's talk about the texturism. Texturism as a
stop saying good hair.
As a black journalist, having braids, having
not being able to be on the news because
curly hair.
Nah, that's wild.
Yeah,
that's
I can't make a reel without getting a sew-in or a wig or something.
That's why I started like going to interviews, my hair in the fro, no cut, like messy twist. I feel
like as long as you're clean and you're groomed and you feel good, they can't help but to assimilate to what you're doing.
I know what it is. I take pride in like really surprising people. Like people will look at me, they'll get a like preconceived notion, and then I'll sit down for an interview, and then they'll start speaking to me and be like, oh my god, like this, like he knows what he's saying, like he's intelligent. Wow. Like and so that's really why my mom, when I had got like tattoos on my arm, and she was like, why would you? I'm like, cause I want to break this, like the stigma, like I want them, I want them, you feel me? I really want them to look at me. I want them to assume, and then when they speak to me, I want them to be like, oh wow. So
Brother Anthony, we actually argued about this last year, but I was talking about how certain professional settings having such a dress code is just kind of racist to me. Or it just limits your creativity, because why can Sally come with a messy bun and it be fine, but I can't come with a puff, or I can't come with, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like as long as you're groomed and you're clean, like there's no issue. But I think it starts at home too, because I don't think our parents really understand the type of stuff they say and how they say it. Like saying, oh yeah, that baby got good hair, and then you do somebody else's hair like 2 minutes later, and you're just like, oh child, she's so tender, her hair is so nappy. Like people hear that and they internalize that type of stuff. So people grow up thinking like, dang. Well, also I just want to put off the record, I do not believe in hair types. I think they're all a scam, and curl types are all dumb. So,
what you mean?
Like 4C,
like
3C,
4C,
all that?
3C, all that, it's crap.
Well, I think that's used to differentiate how you take care of your hair.
I don't think so, though.
So you think we all can use the same products?
I do.
I can't use it.
I wouldn't say that.
I stopped using hair products, period, because all that happens is your hair gets so like used to it.
Dependent.
It gets,
but that's like medicine too, though.
It is, but medicine is something that most people use to medicate when you see the problem. If you use the hair products every day, and you got to go to the store and buy them, what happens when you can't buy them anymore?
So do you make your own products, or you just don't?
I use like water, shape.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Everything that your body needs is on this earth in its natural form. I agree. So if it's something
that's
coming from like a very Caribbean background, my mom, she doesn't let me like we don't believe in a lot of medicines, like we don't believe in a lot of products. There's herbs, there's different things that you can eat, use, put in your hair, aloe, turmeric,
anything,
and like there's so many different things that actually work, that like a lot of people just won't know about, because one, is either not their culture, or two, they've just lived in this society so long to where they feel like they need to go to the store and they have to buy this product. What do you think is in that product that these people made and are selling to you? The same, they had to get the stuff from somewhere.
They're not even using the product that they're selling you.
That's very true.
They don't use that.
They do not use that product.
They don't use it. And the stuff that they put in the commercial is not even in the product. Like Garnier Fructis, their whole thing is like avocado, right? You look on that ingredient thing, it don't have no avocado in it. It may have avocado oil, but deep in the middle. And y'all know how ingredients work. Whatever is the first ingredient, that's what the most is. So me personally, I feel like in order to break the texturism barrier, I think we'd have to stop using as many of these hair products and I mean, that will help the economy as well. But stop using so many hair products and just embracing your natural hair pattern. Just embracing it and just being like, okay. And the reason I would say that about the whole curl pattern thing is because nobody in their whole head got one curl pattern. You may have most of your hair is 4C.
That's definitely true.
But there's gonna be like multiple curl patterns in your head. And then there's also curl patterns that don't even fall on that chart. So it's like a person selling you a product saying, oh, this is gonna work for you just because your hair is this curly. To me, that doesn't make any sense.
I'll say in general, I feel like we kind of just have to get to the point where we normalize every single type of hair texture and hair type. Because I'll say for myself, when I did have hair, I had a fro. It was to the point to where it was around my freshman year of college. I was in an engineering organization, or LLC, and I was a part of a design competition. And it was the day we were supposed to present, and she was like, and mind you, our liaison was black, but she wasn't gonna let me present because how my hair was looking. And I was like, I picked out my hair, I did everything, I even got a cut and everything. So it was like, I don't see what I'm doing wrong. So she was like, did you pick your hair? I was like, yeah. She was like, I ain't gonna say no names or none of that, but she was like, I refuse to let you represent the family FSU College of Engineering like this. You got a few minutes to get yourself right, or you're not presenting.
She wanted you to get a relaxer.
Right.
I don't know, but I had realized and I learned that she, a little bit later, she actually graduated from FSU. I thought she graduated from FAMU, which is what blew me. But I had realized, I was like, she's probably been surrounded by all of these different people and kind of fell into the ideal that we as black people, the standard is like the Eurocentric type, at least in regards to hair. That's the standard that we have to meet. Like, she was like, if your hair isn't in the perfect fro, then that means your hair is too nappy in relation to, like, you know, the white fro. That's my thing too. But my thing is, I think she was trying to meet the perfect quota of, you know, how white people's hair are straight. She kind of wanted to kind of align our hair as perfectly and as possible as we could to that standard. But I'm like,
gotta do with the work.
She wanted you to be.
That's my thing too. And that's just from the hair standpoint. But there are so many different aspects of just being authentically black and being myself that I feel like I had to switch in order to fit the standard of what's, you know, the right way within corporate and just within, I guess, the world that we live in today. But all that to say, I feel like we definitely just gotta take a leap of faith, and we just gotta step into that point of where we're comfortable in our own skin and our hair enough to where we don't really care enough to kind of fit the standard.
We all do it. What they gonna do?
They can't fire you.
They can't.
They need you bad.
They had the they put the Crown Act in place for that.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
You know what? Oh, y'all had something to say.
What, Ryan?
I was gonna say this is the perfect transition to go into the next topic. Is code switching still necessary today?
Well, that's mine.
That's yours.
Okay, so shout out to Brother Kyle. I know we shout him out like every episode. It's because
does he listen to the show?
I hope he do.
Man, I got him tomorrow. I'm gonna tell him to listen. Yeah,
drop a clues bomb for Brother Kyle.
Let's give it
Brother Kyle. So Brother Kyle really helped me. He changed my life freshman year, and I took his class, and he was telling us that other races don't have to code switch. White people, they can be white wherever they are. In the workplace, they act the same exact way they act when they're at a barbecue. And I thought about that, and he was saying he basically told us that he hasn't code switched in like 20 years.
And you could tell too. If you know Brother Kyle, you could tell.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try that. So I stopped code switching my freshman year of college, and it worked. It's really hard to like.
No, it is.
It's really hard because you don't notice how much you do stuff.
You do it.
When you're in your head, you don't realize how much of a barrier you had in your personality and things like that. And a lot of people feel like you have to code switch to get a job or to keep a job, or when you answer the phone, you got to put on your white voice.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if they don't want to give you proper service with your regular tone, then why would you want to work with them anyway?
Yeah.
That's just how I feel.
What's the difference between code switching and being professional?
Okay, So being professional.
Okay, so I'll say being professional is just not using slang words.
It's not how you act to me.
I feel like you can be professional and use slang.
Yeah, I don't think
you think so.
Because when you think about it, that's basically saying like you can't use ebonics. And I've heard white corporate workers use slang and get away with it. So
I think it depends on the slang.
Yeah, I was gonna say our slang is a little.
I don't think it's
different, and it's not gonna be accepted.
Some people are a little bit heavier.
That's the whole point, though. Like you cognitively, like you know, it's not gonna be accepted. But the whole point is not to be accepted. The point is to accept yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you want to be different, and you want to like accept myself, but you also want to get the job. So
how bad do I really want the job if I can't be myself, though?
Me personally, I never code switched before, ever in my life. Like it's been times people told me to, like senior year for for senior year, like for was it scholarships? Like you know how you on that run your whole senior year trying to get scholarships. People would tell me like do this, do that. Like no, bro, they don't want to give it to me. They don't want to give it to me at the end of the day. Like it is what it is.
Out of all the time I've known Tamia, she has sounded the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Time
right. It is what it is. You gonna give it to me or you not? I ain't gonna beg for you. That's one thing.
There's always another opportunity out there where the person is gonna want you for your authentic self, and it's 2022. I think people don't understand that code switching came from back in the day, like where you couldn't leave your house without a 3-piece suit on, or else they would think that you had nowhere to go. They would think that you were a bum just because you were black. It's 2022. We have people who are content creators. We have so many different careers. And you telling me that I can't say ain't and finna? For what? If I was white, I'd be able to say it. So I'm not saying, because I feel like code switching don't mean you have to talk in slang. It just means talk how you want to talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to stop code switching, you don't have to just automatically go crazy if that's just not how you talk for real, for real. Like, the way I talk is like, I feel like I still talk pretty proper.
Yeah.
Y'all know,
I agree.
But, like, you know, sometimes you're not as relaxed when you're code switching, is what I'm saying.
No.
You're always, like, real uptight, and you're just...
Yeah, you're going to be conscious of the stuff you're trying to say.
Yeah, and I just feel like that's so limiting as a community and as a society. Why are we doing that?
And the biggest thing I hate, too, that I've experienced, too, especially with corporate companies, they'll preach about how we want all the diversity and we want all the authenticity, but... when I'm my true 100% authentic self, then you're gonna think that, oh, why is he here?
Right.
He don't fit in this establishment.
He don't belong here.
Exactly.
I've experienced more issues with black people when I stopped code switching than with white people. Because, I mean, around that time, I got my first job, and, like, white people would ask me certain stuff like, oh, is that all your hair? Or, like, stuff like that. And I would just be like, oh, yeah. Just playing around, you know what I mean? And I would just be like, I would be myself, and it would be regular. But a lot of black people would be like, oh, girl, you might want to tone it down. Like, oh, you might not want to, like, give 100%. Oh, you gonna wear your hair like that? Or you gonna be sure? No, don't say that, because, like, they might be looking at us. I've experienced more of that with people who look like...
You want to know what it is? I found that, and I'm gonna say this is like with my homeboys as well. Like, we'll be in a public setting, bro, and sometimes, like, I'll just be speaking, or, like, I might get a little loud. They'll just be like, bro, why you so loud, bro? They're gonna start looking at us. I'm like,
so what?
Like, so what? Like, what are they gonna do to you?
Okay, I feel
a problem with black people.
Like honestly, I understand people that are just unnecessarily loud at times, but like, I'm talking about sometimes we'll just be having like casual conversation.
Right.
We'll get amped up. So you feel me? The levels change. They'll, bro, why you? Or like one time, I forgot where we were at, but I pulled out like my phone or something to take a picture. Bro, I'm finna walk away, bro. I'm taking a picture, bro. They're gonna start looking, bro. It's a picture.
Yeah.
Right.
What they gonna do? Beat you up?
It's like subconsciously, do you feel like you don't belong here?
Exactly.
Because it's like, who are you afraid of? For us to be here.
Right.
Our people fought for us to be here.
Like, why you so mad? Because I'm trying to take a picture.
Like, bro,
now, if you're in a setting where you ain't got no business, like Coleman or something like that, people do get rowdy in Coleman, and it's just like,
it's like, okay.
But we in a public place, we in the mall, we anywhere.
Outside.
Y'all be
like,
noise police all of a sudden. Why? We're not on the plantation.
Okay,
so
white people don't have to do that. They do whatever
white
they please.
Are so carefree.
And
I understand that we feel like we can't have that because, you know, it could be a safety issue. But you laughing loud or enjoying your life, I don't think that's going to cost you your life.
I will say, you know, I think black people are more judgmental towards black people than other races. It's because we just we're always looking at, oh, why they doing
going
like
to perceive me? It's always
exactly.
I feel like that's even like that here at FAM too.
Why do you care? That is the biggest.
FAM, you cannot like let back. You can't go to a party at FAMU without feeling like you're being watched.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people know that they're being watched, which is why they go to the party, so they can feel watched and watch other people. But sometimes you just want to let loose and just
have fun.
At FAMU, a lot of parties aren't like that because everybody's just so caught up in hoopla. Phones are out. Everybody's not even at the same location mentally.
Yeah.
We all just standing around like, okay, what y'all doing after this? Oh wow, she dancing. Wow, she killing it. Oh,
bro, it really be blowing me because it's like, y'all ever go to white trash? They be in there turning up, making out, going.
Got Monday.
Now I'll be saying some of the stuff they do is kind of wild. I would never do that, but
it's wild. But honestly, they live life.
Boundaries.
Bro,
you definitely need boundaries.
They live life to their
monkeypox was real at one point.
They don't. They live life like they're literally in a movie.
I forgot about that.
Okay, so my experience with code switching and all that of the sorts is like kind of completely opposite because my entire life Black people have told me, oh,
you sound too proper.
Yeah, you
already knowing.
You a little Oreo. You're too proper. Why you acting like this? Why you like that?
You're a white person in a black body.
Yeah, they were like, oh, you're whitewashed, this and the third. But really, so in my head, I was like, why do I have to be quote unquote like ghetto? Why do I have to use slang, be loud? Like, why do I have to do that for me to be considered Black? Yeah. So that's what my experience has been, and I'm gonna say it. I'm guilty of being that friend that's been like, "Hey y'all a little loud," and I don't do it because I feel like white people are watching. I do it because personally, I'm not shy, but I'm very to myself. So when you're drawing attention to the group, it's like, oh, I don't like people watching me.
Let's dig deeper.
You know what I think it is?
And I do feel like I belong. So let's not go there.
I think Black people have a very deep identity crisis. They don't know. Yes, we have a very deep. You know why I said that? Because honestly. Yeah, I've came to a point where I've accepted myself and I really could care less what anybody else would think.
No, and that's how I feel too.
So I think, a lot more of us need to get to that point. But it's just like
it's called reaction therapy. Y'all ever heard of that?
Mm-mm.
Where you like do one embarrassing thing a day to like delete embarrassment in your brain.
Oh yeah.
Embarrassment doesn't
My friend said that. Like he'll go into a restaurant and just lay on the floor.
Yeah.
And
I'm not saying you gotta do all of that, but
funny.
That floor could have been dirty, boy.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it, but
what I'm saying is like in the event that your friends are laughing really loud, right? And then they start then attention is being drawn. Like what's the worst that can happen?
Mm-hmm. What is the worst that can happen?
Okay, here's an example.
And be like, be quiet.
Be quiet.
They might.
So loud?
They have. They will.
All right. Okay. They walk up. Why y'all so loud? Because we want to be. Now what? What's going to happen?
You can't kick me out because I'm loud. Shoot.
They can, though.
No, they can't.
No, they
I don't know,
cannot.
y'all.
If you're a patron of a place, they can't kick you out.
They can't do it.
We think all this, they can't do this, they can't do that. But we've seen time after time that they've done it. So
who's kicked you out of where?
I've never been kicked out of anything because...
Exactly.
Y'all missing the point. Y'all missing the point.
What I'm saying is, like, you gotta be free.
Okay, I'm free.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this, just for people in general,
Thank God Almighty.
For Black, because for our
go ahead.
So for y'all specifically, for Jamal and Hodji, what would y'all suggest to the people basically on how to be free if they feel uncomfortable? They want to be free, but they don't know how to get there.
Do it uncomfortably. Like
Listen.
That's the thing. You just have to.
What did you do? Because it's not that easy. It's just saying that.
Listen, you know what I tell myself?
You have to keep practicing.
You know what? Listen, I say this almost every day. I'll be like, what are they gonna do? Beat me up?
That's exactly what I say.
That's not the. I don't know, y'all.
Like.
What you mean by being free though? Just
really,
living life.
Really,
like I live life. I'm happy, you know.
Really think about it.
I go into the building. I'm not scared about getting kicked out.
What are they going to do?
But it's just like sometimes you just want to be like.
But think about a obnoxious white man walking into the establishment.
Bro,
you're gonna be like, "Who does he think he is?"
Y'all not understanding. We're not saying
He
to
over
be
there turning.
Okay, so then we gonna be looking at him like, "What is he doing?
Okay,
He
but what
doing
I'm
too
saying
much."
is, Bree, they have the freedom
to do
to
it,
do that. They've had it,
and so do
for
you.
so long. And you know what else? we've earned that. They haven't even earned it, and they're living that free.
I get what y'all saying. I get what y'all saying, that we have the freedom
And
to
honestly, I'm not
live
saying
carelessly. And
I'm not saying like go in the
You
store.
should be able-
And just like
Yeah, but if you in Walmart and you let her rip and you just so happy to be alive and you laughing your behind off and your stomach hurt, gut wrenching laughter, you should not feel guilty.
Man, ain't nobody kicking me out of Walmart.
Like,
That's
what?
a fact.
But listen, y'all. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with you laughing, having a good time. What I'm saying is there's a time and a place for all of that.
Walmart is literally the time and place.
Listen. I don't understand
Like where?
why people.
Like where's the time and place?
Why people like believe,
Because even as a white person, there's still a time and a place. I'm gonna look at a white person the same way I'm gonna look at a black person if they being loud and
where
running
can't-
around.
Where can't you be loud and running around at?
Why you gotta be loud and running around in a store? Like, get your stuff.
Yeah.
No.
I
What?
can't agree on that.
She was gonna
I'm
say
in
like a
Walmart.
restaurant. You could have said a fancy restaurant.
Like,
yeah.
Anything.
we had a fancy restaurant.
Y'all just gotta have some decorum. Like,
But like,
But the
but like
form don't apply in public places.
at all.
So where does it apply?
Right, get
It
right.
applies in the
No,
courthouse,
that
in
is-
the library.
No, it don't.
No.
There's
Okay,
other
they
places
have decorum in a Walmart.
What you mean by
We're not saying in the
decorum?
Walmart
But
though,
there's
but
other places.
it's sounding like you're saying there's no decorum that applies anywhere else but
What?
school and the library.
What?
The library, the courthouse.
Like what?
You know, the workplace, places
Okay,
like that. That's
I'm not
supposed to be
saying
cool
you
and complex.
can't-
Like
You
what?
and your friends out at Starbucks and y'all laughing. What's wrong with that?
you can laugh.
Nobody
Laugh.
answered my
Have a good
question.
time.
Like what?
What name of place?
So what?
Like what? What are you asking?
I'm asking. Where's the other
where,
place?
where can we have
Nobody
decorum?
saying
Just
And
do
you
it
just
to
keep
a certain
saying like
extent.
what?
Like what? What's the question?
Now nobody don't know the
What's the question?
What places can you not have decorum?
Your house?
Can't think of it.
I mean,
Hodji
or
already
have
said that.
decorum.
it depends on the time and the place.
Where and when?
That you can't have decorum. That you can just be free and wild.
Yeah.
Outside.
That's the only place. Outside?
When it's just you and your friends and like
See, that's the problem.
The
right there.
movies.
That's the problem.
The
right there.
movies.
Why you wanna?
That's what I'm saying.
The
Well,
movies.
of course, the movies.
See,
It's a quiet.
Code
It's a
switching. We so close to letting it go.
we.
But
oh,
why do you have to be so like
No, you
loud
know what
in
it-
order
you know
to
what
have
it is?
fun?
You know what
I'm
it
not
is?
saying
You know what it
everybody
is?
has to be like that, but if that's natural, like I'm a naturally loud human being. Like I'm naturally
Right,
loud.
but you're naturally loud
So
and
say-
proper and
okay,
it's not gonna be like, girl, oh my gosh, like
What if I was though?
That's
what would be the
then
problem?
no.
I don't think that's a problem.
I don't think it's a problem either.
Listen, you just said that the only time you're allowed to be loud is when you're with your friends.
You know what that
why are
sounds
you?
like to me?
Why are you only allowed to be your
Sounds like
authentic
America
self?
pre-civil rights movement.
Oh my.
Why are you only allowed to be your authentic self around people that know you? You should be your authentic self wherever you go.
I ain't gonna lie, we
That's
get.
not what I'm saying.
So you
Y'all
telling
not
me?
getting
You
it.
telling
Y'all
me?
not getting it.
Brother
No, it's
Kyle
not.
don't got
It's
decorum?
not.
Brother Kyle don't got decorum?
Brother Kyle, that
Brother
boy.
Kyle
Hey,
does have decorum.
That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing.
But even with Brother
That's in a
Kyle,
different.
like,
Yeah.
Even with Brother Kyle,
I don't know who Brother
Kyle.
Kyle is.
Brother
find
Kyle,
Yeah, you
Brother
gotta
Kyle,
meet him.
Brother Kyle gonna jump on
Right.
the table
You just
and
gotta be there
explain
to-
Right.
get his point across
Somebody could walk in a
regardless.
room and be like, "Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's a ghetto professor."
Yeah.
He gonna be like,
Okay.
so
Right.
But I promise you, you're gonna learn more
You
from this
gonna
class
learn,
than
right?
any other class you
Right.
take.
The
That's
class.
very
Right.
true.
Okay,
That's
I'm not
definitely
saying you
true.
can't jump on the table. I'm just saying I'm gonna look at you like why is he on the table?
And he
And you
will.
got to be ready to
he
have
will.
that.
But like Ma said, you're not gonna fight him. What you gonna do?
Right.
You gonna look at him. You gonna learn.
You gonna sit there? You gonna sit there and listen?
Everybody just be used to it like this.
Right. They be like, oh, here he go again. You already know.
Quiet and timid and like that's fine. Like if you're just naturally not that person, like you're just not super loud. But what I'm saying is, in the event that you do get loud, or in the event that you do get what they would call ghetto, don't really like that word. So what? Embrace it.
I will say too, because there's been too many times that were between my people, my teachers, they be like, "Hey, you talking too loud," and it's like, I don't know what you want me to do. This is how I talk.
Right.
It's like I tried my whole life, but it's like this is just how my voice is.
I'm gonna be real. As a kid, I was never the loud kid. I was always quiet. I didn't speak a lot. I stayed to myself. As I got older, I started, kind of breaking out of my shell more, becoming more outspoken, becoming more open to people. And I look back and I think, was I quiet because I was a quiet person, or was I quiet because I was just scared of
What people
what people would think?
Nah, I was like that too. I was scared of what people was gonna say.
Exactly. And I realized when I got older, I don't care what these people got to say.
Right.
So I started being more like
How you
myself.
wanna be. Right.
And it annoys me because, like I said, when I'm around people that are just very, very caught up in what others have to think, them people is not paying your bills. Them people is not giving you no job
You're missing
opportunity.
out on life
Them people is
what you
not
think.
showing you no love.
Like, that's why when you find your people, just stick with your people, because it's really hard to like have group mergers and stuff. A lot of people at FAMU really care about what other FAMU students think. You've never met this person. You only know them off Instagram.
Yeah.
Literally.
And you mean to tell me you're not going to dance at a party because you don't want people to see you dancing at a party?
Literally.
Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. The part that she said, I'm agreeing.
Yeah.
In agreement.
Like, they be real uptight. Like, oh no,
Like
Because-
people go to party. Bro, I'm not finna
you
dance,
walk in first.
bro.
You walk in first. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to get the juice.
Even though I am a very let's
honestly,
not
'cause-
make a scene type chick.
Uh-huh.
I'm also I'm gonna do what I want type chick. Like, I'm gonna walk into that party, I'm gonna dance, I'm the type of person to walk into a room, I'm gonna speak to everybody.
Right.
You walk into the elevator, how was your day? How you doing, girl? Hey, let's just
Personally, I feel like if you're not going to a party to have fun, why are you there in the first place? If you're worried about what everybody and your mama thinking about what you're doing, you don't need to be there. You should just stay at home.
especially at a party, I feel like that's a different environment. That's we all off something, maybe kind of sort of, you know. So if you see the senator in there dancing, don't judge the senator.
Right.
As long as the senator getting his job done and we having
I wish all y'all
Right.
the books is
I
balanced.
don't see some people and it's like, how dare you show your face?
How dare you?
How dare you show your face?
Yeah, but if they got their stuff going, because I'm in a lot of positions, I'm doing a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna still go to the party, go to the club. I'm not
At the end of the
going.
day, we're college students.
But this is another thing. When you go to that party, when you go to that event, have fun, but know when is enough.
Now, there is party etiquette. That's a whole nother thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But-
Life etiquette, party etiquette. You just gotta know when is the right time to do something and when it's not the right time to do
But
something.
even then,
So
though, in my opinion, in certain cases, like, say if you go to Baja's and then you get, like, super drunk, right? And you're, like, super loud, like you're falling on the floor, which obviously is not having proper party etiquette. Like, it's,
Right.
it's kind of obnoxious.
You just drunk.
But you're in college. I know y'all done been on Tennessee Street McDonald's. Y'all done seen all the white people over there like that. Then people not losing internships because of that.
Sometimes-
Everybody knows that you're in college and that you're going to live your life. That's just how I feel. Most of the time, I've never seen anybody lose opportunities for something like that. I've seen people lose more opportunities for stuff that they've said
Yeah.
rather than you get super drunk and you're falling out and your friends had to drag you home. So I feel like, I'm not saying go crazy.
I don't know, but if I was to see somebody of important status on the floor at the club, flat out drunk,
You would want to rescind your vote?
not rescind my vote, but I'd be like questioning, like,
Does taking PrEP using contraceptives while you're in a relationship mean that you don't fully trust your
What I
partner?
miss?
absolutely not. What?
So, okay, I'm going to tell y'all the backstory, but I'm making it quick.
Wait, can y'all?
You didn't miss nothing. You didn't miss.
I'm saying, can y'all say that again?
Okay, does taking PrEP using contraceptives while you're in a relationship mean that you do not fully trust your partner?
Using condoms.
Like
using
what?
condoms.
Because you want to be safe.
Like,
What is control?
Taking
PrEP is like, okay, so and I'm gonna say this for everybody listening because a lot of college kids don't know what PrEP is.
I feel like y'all
PrEP is.
overcomplicated this question.
PrEP is I asked it specifically for a reason.
Okay.
Now, PrEP is a medication that you can take that can prevent you from getting HIV to up to 99%.
Okay.
For those of you who may have HIV, it can make you undetected to the point where it doesn't show up and you can't give it to your partner. So PrEP is very good to have if you are active because you got to protect yourself. You never know. You never know. So that's why I asked.
Where do you get PrEP from?
So PrEP is
You can get PrEP from, I know the clinic that be out there on the set. You can talk to them. They'll give you more information on how to get PrEP. You can ask your insurance company. You can go to
I never heard about that.
Me neither.
more
That
people
sounds like it
about
needs to be
I
like.
heard commercials on
mandatory,
the radio
but-
about it.
What? Like
So the reason I asked this is because I went to this seminar a while back. I went to this event on campus, and it was centered around like HIV and like STD prevention and stuff. And I was there with one of my friends, and I asked him, "Oh, they were giving condoms away," and I was like, "Do you need any?" Because I'm a collector, but I have I collect, but I have too many. So I was like, do you need any? They giving out condoms, right? And he was just like, what do I need those for? I have a girlfriend and I'm loyal. And I was like, okay.
That's a different case.
I wasn't trying to be offensive, but I was like,
no, at the same time,
I was like, what's your
But some people think they don't have to use condoms because their only worry is STDs. And then if they're loyal to their partner, then there is no STD. So the only other problem is pregnancy. And if she's on birth control, then they're like, oh, okay, we safe.
Right, but the thing about it is, I think the reason it's such a touchy subject is because nobody wants to hear that their partner is cheating on them. But we're in college.
But honestly,
Like the answer is always, we're loyal.
I don't believe these women out here, so I just choose protection.
So you use condoms 100% of the time.
Yep.
I feel like even if you do trust women too,
Yes,
it doesn't hurt.
It's protecting
Because-
it's protecting both parties.
Why you say oh?
And with, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, with prep, like I think one of my biggest fears is like being married and contracting HIV as a married woman. Like that is like such a big fear for me. So I feel like even if I'm married or if I'm just active, I'm gonna be on prep just because it doesn't hurt.
It makes sense.
Are you asking the question as far as, okay, if we don't use condoms or prep or whatever, then I don't trust you?
Yeah, that's.
Do y'all think,
it was like
okay, say if y'all had a partner and they basically told y'all that they was on prep, like would y'all be mad?
No.
No.
definitely not.
Because that's you. I feel like that's something you're doing to take care of you and us.
So like if you're in an actual relationship with that person, like y'all are together.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't hurting.
So if y'all in a relationship with somebody and y'all don't use contraceptives, like usually y'all don't use contraceptives, and then they want to use one day, would y'all be mad?
I'll question it.
Yeah, I'd be like, wow.
Because it's just weird to go from, oh, you never used it till you want to like what's going on.
It's gonna bring up some type of suspicion. Because it's gonna be like,
That's why.
I personally would want my partner to get tested regularly.
True, that too.
Regardless of
Right
my
to the
partner's
clinic.
getting tested, I'm getting tested. I'm not gonna tell that man every time I get tested. You gotta keep them on their toes.
wow.
So
Keep them on their toes is crazy.
Hey kids,
yeah,
wrap up your willy. Don't be silly.
Right. Facts.
like a baby is not even
Because you don't want that latex.
A baby is the least.
I think I'm
latex.
latex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Lil Wayne.
Feel me?
That was so corny.
I'm trying not to cringe, but like, sweetheart. That was it for my question, y'all. I mean, we
Nah, use condoms.
use condoms. To take
Go
care of
back.
But for real, y'all really should do research on prep.
Wait,
During
so
college.
y'all would use condoms with y'all's spouse?
Yeah.
Talking about like wife?
Like y'all got kids together? That's your wife?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Would I use contraceptives with my spouse?
Yes.
For what?
Yeah. No.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna do it.
At that point,
right.
Right.
You already got kids.
At that point, it is what it
It
is.
is what it is.
It is what it is.
but if that's pretty much it, we gonna give our shout outs real quick, y'all.
I would like to give a shout out to the March 100 Hub 100.
Shout out.
Ooh.
Them boys threw a wild one.
Who's born for the March of 100?
Okay, so shout out to the band president Samuel.
Oh Lord.
Gotta get that soundboard together. You gotta get it together.
Oh my god. Okay, so shout out to Simeon Mussolere, shout out to the Anthony Jameson, shout out to Jeffrey Allen, shout out to Ashante, shout out to Rain, shout out to Lindsay, shout out to Kyla Waller, shout out to Jay, shout out to my mother and my stepfather, and shout out to all y'all, all the co-hosts. I feel a bit closer and closer by the minute.
Okay. I'm gonna give a shout out to my homegirl Jada. Give a shout out to my homeboys D2, Kai, Mari, Don, Sam. Shout out all my tribe brothers.
Yo.
R25.
Yay.
Big shout out to Terrence Ward. Woo, woo. Drop a clues bomb for Terrence Ward. But yeah, shout out to fam. That's really it.
Shout out to Brother Kyle.
But Brother Kyle, drop a clues bomb.
We can have him as a guest.
I'm saying.
That would be a great
No,
show.
we
That would be a great show.
should.
That
So
would
I
be a
can
great
meet this
show.
man, the myth, the legend.
The myth, the legend.
I don't want to hear us no more.
Y'all can go ahead.
I got y'all. It's Brianna J. If you didn't know. Shout out to FAMU football team for bringing home another win last week. Or this weekend. And shout out to all the seniors who played their last home game. Shout out to my Bia Celeste sisters. Shout out to all my friends and family. My mama, my brother, and my sister. I think that's it. Shout out to everybody that's listening. Shout out to all the faithful listeners that tune in every Tuesday at 11.
Yeah, shout
or
out
12
to y'all.
or whenever that is posted. But yeah, shout out to y'all.
Okay, it's Nyla. I really just want to give a shout out to my Venom sisters because we danced at our last home game for this this season.
And they did lovely.
Y'all gonna be at the basketball games, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
But football just got
No, I feel you. Yeah. I'm already knowing.
I just want to shout them out. And my mama. I love my mama. And my daddy, because my daddy came to see me dance this weekend. I love my daddy.
Shout out to all the good fathers.
Shout out to Ryan's grandmother.
Happy birthday, grandma.
I was gonna give it a shout out, but appreciate it. For sure.
My bad.
Man, this week, shout out to me and my professors, man. Grades. My grades were so bad, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I went from an F to a B. Like, won't God do it?
Won't he do it?
All the time.
Do it, bro.
All the time.
Right in time for Christmas, Thanksgiving. Don't gotta worry about no more. So shout out to me and my professors, man.
Him and these bombs. Do y'all hear them? Like, my tripping or y'all hear them?
But anyways, so it's your boy Ryan. First shout out to God always. Shout out to the crew, Millennials in Motion crew. Grateful to have y'all here as always. Shout out to my grandmother. She will be turning 80 this weekend. So shout out to her.
Yeah, grandma.
Shout out to all my family, friends, and loved ones who be supporting me, who be support the show, tune in every week, and shout out to all the other crew members who be tuning in. It was funny, actually. I was on the elevator with D'Anthony, one of our BBLV brothers, the other day.
That boy Deacon.
We was on the elevator.
Love it, friend.
But wait, hear me out. So we was on the elevator, and there was a random girl I ain't never met before. She was like, she heard my voice. She was like, "Hey, you on the podcast, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, Millennials in Motion." And she was like, "Yeah, I really mess with y'all show." I was like, "Okay, we on the maps, no cap." So shout out to her. I really forgot her name. I apologize. I asked her things.
Letting the fame get to it.
Her name started with a J though. I want to say it was Jada, but I'm
with her.
I don't know. But big shout out to her. So that made my day for sure. But we on the maps, y'all. We getting up there for sure. But yeah, but that was pretty much it, y'all.
We forgot to do the keyword. Today's keyword will be clues bomb.
Oh God! Get rid of this soundboard. Take this away.
Today's word will be MacBook.
Why MacBook?
You know why.
What?
Oh, right.
So I guess it's MacBook. I guess.
Should it be holiday themed since it's November though?
Yeah, it should be.
If you made it
turkey
leg.
If you drop any one of them,
we done gave like 5 words.
Turkey leg, MacBook, or
clues bomb.
Clues bomb.
Yeah.
Clues bomb.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Y'all know what to do. Just put it
also,
in the
if you put this keyword in the box or send it to us, you'll be featured on the show. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Okay.
So that's the purpose of the keyword.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to express your feelings and your opinions on this mic, drop that word.
And trust me, you want to be on this mic.
Okay. But that's pretty much it for this episode, y'all. We'll see y'all next episode. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Millennials in Motion is a product of WANM-FM 90.5 in the School of Journalism and Graphic Communication at Florida A&M University.